It's about city building. It's about SimCity 3000, SimCity 4 on steroids. Welcome to the first impressions of Cities Skylines by Pablo on SimNation. And I have to say, it is nice to finally get my hands on this game that we have been covering for 6 months now with the websites, the dev diaries, the Cities Skylines podcast on Paradox Extra channel and SimNation channel. And yes, this game, let me just go straight to the points that you guys want to hear. This is a city simulator, right? This simulates a city. It simulates even more than what it used to. Like all these people right here. This is a family. This is a household. There are 2 households living here actually, with 4 adults, 5 young adults, 1 teen, no senior, that means no pension, and no children. 10 of them uneducated, as it should. And what is awesome about this is that there's actually like different ages that have different requirements, that some produce or sort of make money and others take away money from you. They will eventually die and you have to, well, deal with that with a cemetery or a crematory or what have you. But the point is, this is like an actual simulation of the population. All these people are like going, like, take a look. Let's just chase like this car right here. I don't know. Let's just hold on. Let me pause. Let's chase this guy, or sort of stalk. We're gonna stalk him. This mode is really laggy for some reason, but this is the free camera mode and it's pretty cool. And we're following this guy around the city. This guy is actually going somewhere, okay? This person lives somewhere and now it parked. Guys, it parked and now it's going inside the building. Ain't that freaking amazing? Let me answer that for you. Yes, it is, guys. And that person did not disappear. It did not turn into a number. That person went inside. And now is inside the house and will eventually leave for work again. Once again, to the same workplace, by the way, not a random place every time. The same workplace, as it should. That is amazing. This game is also a city builder, and a good one. So, indeed, you can actually buy plots, and as you can see, I have already bought one out of my initial one, and you can buy, if my understanding is correctly, I always confuse between 9 and 10, but you can have up to, say, 9 total of this block, or maybe 10. I keep forgetting if it's like 9 more or 9 total, but let's assume it's 9 total, okay? So it's this that you see right here multiplied by not 4, well, yeah, 4 and 1 more. It is quite big. Like, we could take this area right here, 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 and we could still even take this area right here. And with mods, you're gonna able to unlock it even more, although your computer may crash and no one's gonna, you know, deal with it. But also it has really good tools for building roads. By the way, the UI is sort of counterintuitive. Things don't work as they should, but some things really do. Let me show you something that really does a great job. Like, this is the road tool, and it is like so technical. It's so spot on. Like, I can count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, right? This is the same amount of lines or spaces that I'm counting for each angle on this circular road. So now I'm gonna click here, right, with my curved road, and this is not gonna actually lay it, but it's gonna allow me to do this. Now this is kind of like hard to use at the beginning because you're like, I just want a curved road, why am I doing this now? But yeah, no, you get used to it and then it's quite precise, I have to say. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back here. Sorry. Once again. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And we just snap. And then we repeat the process. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is quite obvious where the 5 is. And then now we just go here. And we just made a perfect circle that Cities Skylines allow. Now it's not perfect, but it is the closest you can get. Yes. This guy pops a lot and is fairly annoying because it takes up the middle of the space, but it should be on the top left corner and not be as obnoxious, and you should be able to click it by just clicking the balloon and not having to deal with it. But that is one of the bad UI decisions, or that just hampers the experience in that sense. I mean, the tweet, sorry, not chirper, is actually like, I think it should be like a great feature, and right now it's just being currently hated because it's like annoyingly executed or implemented, but the idea is awesome. The idea is freaking awesome. Just like a modern news ticker, if you may. Just people telling you what they think. That is quite cool. Now, you can see this this row right here is full of these little tiles. All right, this is where you zone. And let me. Okay, I'm gonna lower the music for myself because it's killing me. There we go. By the way, this is the option menu in case you want to see. This is not a review by any kinds. These are just first impressions. I cannot actually give you my review yet, but I'm playing right now at medium shadows. No, medium quality shadow, short shadow distance, high texture quality, disable this, but I'm forcing it with a graphic card, don't worry. No anti-aliasing and no color correction, and it's doing really well at 1080p and recording a video at the same time, which is usually, you know, the issue. You're trying to record a video and yeah, everything goes to hell. You're able to bind every single possible key in existence. So many of you, including myself, I think a little bit, are happy with that level of customization. You cannot complain in that sense. And you can also change the language to whichever you may need, as long as you speak one of these languages. There's no, you know, Japanese or Chinese or one of those, but hey, you know, they're a small studio. It's amazing they actually got this many languages in. Now, back here, let me show you what I am struggling with. This is one of, I'm gonna be showing you the good and bad. I'm not biased just because we do all that content with Paradox, for Paradox, sorry. Not with, I'll say with. They told me to say with, I'll say with. So, one of them is the zoning tool. The zoning tool is the worst, and I'm sorry. The game is so awesome in so many ways, but everything that is UI, they just didn't get it well. So here's what up. If you want to zone, you can use the filling tool. Will fill everything that it finds, like this. Right now, this can take a while. You cannot drag to paint a bunch. You have to like just click once, and that's it. Right. For stuff like this is kind of like faster. If you have like a straight line, it will be faster, right? Because it will just paint a lot, but you may not actually want to paint it like an entire row, the same thing, right? So there's no tool like in SimCity 2013, which was, I think, a great tool for zoning. It was pretty simple. You just click, drag, and drop. That's awesome. You could even just do like all the way here, and the game will understand that you wanted to zone all this. It was pretty intuitive. This, not so much. The other tool you have is the marquee. Now, the marquee is not too bright either, because in example, like, I don't know, let's say we wanna zone this area right here. This is what we're zoning, guys. So whenever you end up zoning, you just zone something that is not useful. It's not like automatically selecting all of these extra blocks, but in fact, you have to then manually add them by doing this and then correcting with doing like this. You're constantly micromanaging, and I did not want to do that. You're constantly micromanaging. Actually, I don't want any of this. Okay, we're gonna leave this guy who started working on it already. So that is kind of iffy. You don't have like a fast way to zone. You're always gonna have to micromanage all these little tiles, and there's no reason really to allow you to do this. There's no reason to allow you to screw up yourself this badly. Actually, I saw Total Biscuit, I don't know if you know him, just screwing himself over and over and over and over by doing this. Just missing this initial line. And sure, if you're into details like I am, or maybe you are as well, you're gonna notice it. But even if you do notice it and go back and fix it, it is something you have to constantly be doing. It's like a chore for no reason. And then you have like the brush tool, which is not too helpful either, which is this guy right here. You have to manually paint all the tiles, which can be really annoying. Or this bigger circular one, which also is not a great job because it doesn't like just get everything right. Then you have to zoom in and make sure you painted every single thing correctly in that square. And you can see a house actually started to build without like taking advantage of all the space, because the moment I painted, there weren't enough pixels there. Now there is, but it just didn't take it. So this space is now wasted until, I know, this building gets rebuilt or something. So that is kind of disappointing about the game, that you constantly like have to, you know, it's all like small details like that really make it annoying. Like also, the budget panel is really hard to read and understand what is really going on. In fact, and one last thing about the bad stuff, then I go back to the good stuff, okay? It's not very clear what's going on or what you need. Right now it's fairly clean, but it gets to a point that like, all these signs are so cluttering the screen, you don't know exactly what the people need. Like you would go to Bulldoze and you could have like people complaining about health and electricity and so on. It doesn't really clean the screen for you to tell like what's going on. I just came in like SimCity mode, right? And I was like, oh, all this building needs to be bulldozed because I'm in bulldoze mode. And no, these are signs for water issues. The one that needs to be bulldozed is this one. You have to actually hunt down the icon. Sure, you may say, well, that is not important. Well, as a UI designer, as a game designer, I really struggle with these kind of things because I see how they could be easily improved, and I don't think they have somebody to actually get that done properly. However, guys, take a look at the detail on this city. Look at the sausage band. Okay, look at the donut band. Like everything, every detail. Like you know what I really love about this game? The roads. The roads are insane. Look at the roads. They're freaking fabulous. Like the detail on the the zebra crossing, the pedestrian crossing, how do you call it now? Sure, the pedestrians move really fast, that's what many have been saying, but still, like, it's just like, look at the house, look at the details on the house. Let me find one with a rooftop. Look at this, look at this. Look at the little chairs and everything going on there. It is just pretty badass, and the texture quality is pretty good. Actually, I had to leave it in high so you could appreciate the level of quality of the let me find the pooper. Let me find the pooper. Where's the pooper? There we go. No, it's not here. It's here. There we go. I remember like the rocks here having like the super highest quality ever. They don't have like a concise level of quality. Like some things will be a slightly higher quality than others. You can also see like there's like a film grain that I do not know if YouTube can actually get it, but on darker colors like this, like the poop, you can actually sort of see it, like that film grain, and it doesn't go away. Let me see if I can pause it so you can just, do you see the film grain in the video? I don't know if you can see it, but some were asking if you could turn it off. No, you cannot. I don't find it annoying. I think it gives it some kind of attitude, but it is true that that is already giving it a style that you may or may not want in your videos and in your screenshots, right? It's gonna be there. However, talking about simulation, this fluid system right here is badass. So right now I'm kind of using the fact that the river had this shape, so actually only this area is contaminated, but otherwise this fluid would actually just carry on all the crap all the way, well, just that way to the horizon. And that is pretty cool. You can build a dam, and water level will raise on one side and be short on another. It's just pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, in case you're wondering, well, how's the gameplay compared to, well, SimCity 2013, which I'm sure many of you, if not most of you, are just comparing to right now. It is, well, most likely not like it. It is not about resource chain or tourism or poker or what have you. It's about city building. It's about SimCity 3000, SimCity 4 on steroids. That is really, I mean, I cannot give you my final thoughts yet. I cannot make a review yet, but those are my thoughts already. And the music actually sounds really SimCity 3000-ish. I said, or even SimCity 4, which I kind of like. And by the way, this area right here, let me show you something else. Like, this is of course very interesting. This is the district feature, if you may, because this that you see right here are industries. However, it's not like this kind of industry, which is like all dirty and just polluting and so on. This instead, right here, is our farms basically, and they're built around forest. How is that possible? Well, if you go here, which took me forever to find this button because it's not clear, come on. It's the district's brush, if you may, right? Now, this is another area where I have issues because you cannot make like perfect things, and whenever you want to do it like more precisely, it goes kind of messy. But the point is, this is a district. Now you can quickly assign a kind of a specialization if you may for that area, so like forest industry, farming industry. This is just to make the game more accessible, which I think is really important, because everything that is like tutorial and so on, if you haven't been following the dev diaries and so on, you're gonna be fairly lost. This game does a poor job in sort of like introducing new players to the game, but if you've been learning about this game, you can quickly skip all that and just go straight to the fun part, because the game, I think it's one of the best city builders ever, and I barely started. So, but not final opinion, I am getting started. However, this is how you make farms, okay? You will probably start by making industries and hoping it will work. Remember, you have to set the district before or immediately after zoning this, or you get industries on this area, okay? But what is cool about the districts, in case you for some reason were not following all the information we've been releasing all this time, well, districts actually allow you to define an area, whichever, like say this, and we can just paint it around and say this is my new district. And we're gonna call it, actually I said I was gonna call it, let me click it. We're gonna call it David District, which is the guy who got us the, you have to click enter, that is another UI mishap. David District. The guy who got us the, not only the pre-release codes for me and Jan, but also helped him with the fact that he already pre-ordered it, so he couldn't actually get the thing. So he was like a super like awesome. Just thank you, David from Paradox. You're awesome. Anyway, so anyways, here you can see like information only on this district, which is pretty cool, right? This area right here. Now this gets even more interesting because you can set policies for this area, and you can say stuff like pet ban, which will always have its counterpart, right? It's not just like win-win. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I heard Windows say something. I'm gonna just ignore it. That's usually the best thing to do. You can, like an example, say pet ban. What will it do? Well, it has a benefit and of course a downside as well. In this case, it's slightly reduced garbage accumulation, right? Which is great, but slightly decreased happiness. So if they're very happy, but they're very, well, you know, dirty, this is a nice way to go. Let me show you something else. And this gets more interesting. This is actually pretty cool. Free public transportation for all citizens. Naturally, you get increased use of public transportation, but of course you don't get any income for the ticket on this district unless you set it for citywide. Right now, I'm actually setting it citywide. If I click here, it will be for David District, right? That is the main difference. And you can, of course, override whatever you said citywide will be overwritten whatever you said in a district. Now, this is pretty cool. You can actually, like, if a district is really doing really bad, you can just help that district out. You can just take all the hit, the economic hit that it will take to get people get back up, to just get a work, to start using the public system, so they stop using cars and get the traffic flowing faster. It just allows you to have that counterplay to all the situations that otherwise you're like, well, I can't upgrade roads anymore and I don't have subways, so that's it. You actually have subways here, by the way, but that's not even the point. Thing is, these people don't have anything. They don't have water. The reason why is because you have to build pipes now, and it does get kind of like a chore after a while, because you're like, I forgot, just give me a break. I wish it was automatic. And actually, I wish it was automatic. One thing I do love, that I can lay down power lines. I think that is great. The ability to lay down power lines is just amazing, and I want to keep doing that. But I don't want, just because I destroyed one thing, to have the entire city shut down. That is like SimCity 2000 issue, and I don't want to deal with that anymore. SimCity 2000 actually forced you to connect across roads. SimCity 3000 removed that. SimCity 2013 just removed everything from the game. Maybe they overdone it, okay? Maybe they overdone it. They still had an amazing simulation, but they overdone it in the level of simplification that the city had. Now, since this can get so big, actually, you have to deal with so many things, like how people are going to get from one place to another, making highways and so on, because you're going to be dealing with a lot of traffic. And actually, how about we continue zoning and doing all of that, just so I can show a little bit more before I finish this video. So Well, this is a circle. As you guys know, I love to make circles, so it was just impossible to not make them. By the way, this is the straight road, this is the curved road, this is the freeform road, and this is the upgrade road, which actually is better than SimCity in the term that you can just hold and drag and it will upgrade just everything on the way. Also, it allows you to screw up and upgrade something you didn't, also pushing buildings back and probably even forcing them to rebuild. However, it is still better than having to manually click every single segment, which was horrible in SimCity. Anyways, not that I want to diss the game, I will tell you what's good and bad about everything, but in this case, the freeform tool comes in really handy. So what we're gonna do actually is, I'm thinking of, how about we go like this? Right in the middle, right? I don't know if this is the middle anymore because I'm not correctly. Okay, that was not the middle. The bulldoze tool, by the way, just takes so bites off so much. All right, so we're gonna go fancy because you guys know I love fancy, and we are going to road up this area. We're gonna road up this area. And we're gonna go all the way here, and there we go. Okay, and some people were upset about that, but hey, I make decisions here, I am in charge. And yeah, basically, in example, well, there's no round, like circular road tool, so that is kind of disappointing. I mean, because there's no fast way to do it, but you do have this like prefab roundabouts and so on, which also unlock at a certain time, and you can also make your own at the editor, and then of course, you know, reuse them or share them. That is actually one of the beauties of this game. So starting off with making more road things, this is how we're gonna do it. Basically, you're gonna see how precise this tool is. This is very important in the city building tool game. Basically, we're gonna go, I don't know, let's say 2. No, we're gonna go. I think that's actually gonna execute it. I don't want to execute it. I just want to lay it there. Okay, that's not gonna happen apparently. Let me see this. Okay, no, it's too much. That's a big angle right there. How about if I do this? Okay. Anyway, so you can see from whatever I'm. Okay, escape key is like terrible. It just throws everything back. So you can see very quickly how. My road, like where is the zoning gonna go? You can actually see it around the road. That you see is where like how far zoning's gonna go. So I can clearly tell, I can safely say that if I lay this down, all those houses will be able to stay there, and all houses on this road will be able to grow as well. And effectively, as you can see, that happened. It is huge that you're able to just assume and know for a fact. Let me turn this up. That's the snapping tool, by the way. For a fact that whatever you lay down is gonna work the way you expect it to, and it will host as many people as you expect it to. Time to zone this. Alright, let's do this. Hate this tool. I hate it. Hate this tool. Why? No, don't start building yet. Damn it. Alright. This tool, and many were asking me what's my problem with this tool, and I'm like, if you were a UI designer, this will be clearer than water. Not this water for sure, but the other kind of water anyway. And yeah, so I think, guys, that gives you pretty much a good idea of kind of what Cities Skylines is about. Right? It's a city building game, you kind of know that, and we have been releasing so much information about it. I am not even sure how much you actually want to hear again and what instead hear that is new. So anyways, leave a comment in the comment section below as to what questions you have. I can just go ahead and try it for you. I can still not tell you if you should buy it or not, that kind of stuff, but I can totally tell you what the game has. I can be just completely objective about this kind of things. And who is the... Okay, there we go. Yep. Just because we love you guys. So go ahead and leave a comment in the YouTube video, in our forums, what have you. And as you would expect, we're gonna have guides and how-tos. I think we can put them out before release because that is not a review. So yay, that is pretty cool. Anyways, that has been all for this episode, although do expect a lot more to come. My name is Pablo, and I'll see you next time. Oh, this is the most satisfying thing ever. We are God in SimCity 4. Wow, that was loud. Oh, you're gonna eat that, huh? You're gonna eat it. I see. What? Nothing. Okay.
And now she is tossing that salad with her... Stop sticking your finger in your ear! Alright, she's tossing the salad with her earwax.
It does.
It does really well. Okay.
Oh, they're coming for you, Pablo!
Shit,
Run!
Oh, yeah. These road trips, man, are killing me. Anyway, let me know whenever we are recording. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Extended Play. I'm your host, this is Stuart, and that is a fancy sign. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.